Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. This Arizona crowd ready to roar in this Western Conference matchup for the Phoenix Suns. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season. Last year, they were humiliated in their matchup, losing every game in 4 tries. Brent, has there ever been a player who scores more easily with less effort than Kevin Durant?
Well, I know this, Kevin, that Kevin puts in a ton of work to make it look as easily as it does. There's just nobody that can match up with KD. And when he's playing like this, he gets out into the mid-range and starts to hit a few shots. Watching him be on fire for a night is a treat.
Pass to Harden. 13 feet away. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
More and more improved floor awareness for De'Aaron Fox.
On offense, here are the Suns. To the middle. Here's Harden. And it comes off the front of the rim. Here's Cephalosha. No one near Turner as he lets it go. From outside, off the mark. Here's Harden. Goes back up. Tries it again. Goes up with it again. And that one drops. Harden's got 6 points.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
I love his will, his take charge attitude, the aggressiveness, all of that showing up here in the first.
Now, here's Fox. Suns moving the ball around. Back to Harden. Good work there as it goes. He's got 8.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now, here's Fox. Count the basket. 10 points for James Harden.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
And the Suns have never won an NBA title. It's amazing for such a proud and storied franchise. Just one trip to the finals since the merger back in 1993. That was when they lost to the Chicago Bulls.
Now Fox. James Harden missing on the 3.
Effort from Cephalosha there on the contest is why his teammates love playing with him.
Plumlee with the steal. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Back to Harden. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. And you think about the Suns team with Dan Marley, Kevin Johnson, Danny Ainge. Brett, they had a chance.
Well, a guy named Michael Jordan ruined a lot of the title chances for a lot of teams. The Suns were one of them. They came close, but eventually MJ's Bulls a little bit too tough for that Phoenix Suns team. Well, from our angle, that looked like that was going in. But defense, fantastic how they contested it.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league. And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
Good on the three-point shot.
Wow, Hield has a beautiful release on his shot right there, just barely off of his fingertips and buttery soft.
And that's a foul. It's called on Thabo Sefolosha. That is his first foul of the game. Harden outside. Pass to Rozier. Back to Harden. Fires from deep. Sinks the three-pointer. Harden's got 16. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe the one that starts with the name of Larry. And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And he has gotten stronger. Durant's been able to do this with more regularity, powers through for the bucket, gets a chance to tack on another point at the free throw line.
Now, here's Rozier. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Well, when you see KD run the court with the speed of a guard, hard to keep up with him once he gets out in the open floor.
Pass to Williams. Now Harden. Over Sefolosha. But they recover it. And it's sent back by Turner. For Houston, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And when you see Miles Turner play on the offensive side of the ball, the amount of skill he has at his age is just amazing.
Yeah, already a great pick and pop player. You know, not going to be much of a banger down low, but has enough touch outside where he won't need to be. But while he's still a work in progress offensively, I think he's shown that he has a very high ceiling in terms of his skill set.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, Sefolosha has really carved out a nice role for himself in the NBA. A very important role player, definitely known for his lockdown defense.
Now, here's Rozier. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Oh, man, gotta love that pass there. Couldn't ask for a better one.
Durant, that's good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Turner. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And it's Phoenix's ball. Offensive rebound. Williams. Great D that time from Green.
Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
Now Fox. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Houston Rockets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what do you think?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
Yeah, that prevented some points, didn't it? Also, how you have that intimidation factor going early on. You wonder if in the fourth quarter they'll think back to the first.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot. Well, with Tristan's motor and that kind of reach, great job on finishing off the alley-oop.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
He gets that one. 18 points for James Harden. When it comes to veteran players, Brent, on a team, what characteristics make for a good leader for a bunch of young guys under him?
We talk a lot about veteran guys on teams, Kevin, and I think one of the most important aspects to think about is that those veterans have a lot more impact if they're still part of playing minutes for a coaching staff. At some point, 4 or 5 months into a season, when an older player is telling you how to do something and only get a chance to see it during practice or him pointing it out on film when you're playing, doesn't have as much of an impact.
Doesn't resonate
right.
as much.
When a guy gets 15 minutes a night and you get to see him do those things as a young player from the bench and say, wow, everything he told me on my list, he's checked all those boxes. So having a vet that plays, much more impactful.
Good point. A pass to Fox. 5 to shoot. Back to Harden. Shumpert with the steal. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Fox with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And here's Harden. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Here's Fareed. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Fareed's got his first points of the game. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. From deep, Harden. Again, the miss by Harden.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
And Shumpert surveying the floor and finding the open man, so a nice swing pass on that possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Napier. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Thompson's so good at setting the screen, recognizing space, and great timing on the roll that time. Yeah, Suns coach Igor Kokoskov, the NBA's first ever head coach, born and raised outside of North America. He will not be the last, but a great opportunity for Phoenix as this guy's paid his dues. 18 years as an NBA assistant, including 5 early years in Phoenix.
Count that one.
When the game starts to slow down for younger players, you know they're starting to feel confident about how they go about their business. Fox with a good decision there.
And Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And Phoenix making a change here. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Just doesn't seem to be shooting it with confidence, and his shots are going all over the place in this period.
And nicely done, running the floor well, then attacking the rim.
The exclamation point in transition with the high percentage finish.
And Kokoshkov, a pioneer, the first D1 college assistant coach out of Europe, also the first in that role in the NBA.
Yeah, in the NBA, he reached the conference finals 7 times and the finals twice. So he's seen what it takes and what type of competitive environment it is when you reach those elite levels. And in 2004 was on the staff for the Detroit Pistons when they won the NBA title against the Lakers. So been around a lot of winning.
Harden has a wide open look. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Harden's got 8 here in the quarter.
Pretty much poor defensive effort there. You have to get a hand in his face when he's spotting up from distance.
And stolen by Cephalosha. Durant with it. Now Payton defending. Durant drawing the double team. And Gorgui Dieng is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. 1:10 left to play here in the half. And the rejection by Dieng. Here's Harden. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Kevin Durant.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
The wide open look for Durant. The three-pointer no good.
Hey, even though he's been off, the team's still winning, so the hope is that he's going to get going.
They kick out to Hield. Here's Turner. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Turner's got 7.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Uncovered. Rebound by Dieng.
The human aspect of basketball. You cannot fault the shot selection. He had a clean look. You just can't make them all.
Payton outside. Back to Harden. From deep. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Durant way outside. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Houston with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Pass to Harden. And here is Fox. Fires the 3.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And Green gets it to go.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
To the paint. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Pull up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Durant with it. Now guarded by Gallinari. And then Durant with the jam.
I'll tell you, Durant's ability to handle the ball at his size, impossible to stop on the drive once he gets that step on you.
Pass to Harden. Takes the 3. That shot off. The Rockets go the other way with it. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Gallinari with the steal. That's tipped.
Well, when it comes to Thabo Cephalosha, it's perimeter defense personified. Exceptional block there.
And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That is his first foul of the game. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Turner. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
They're playing with a huge bit of confidence and some fire here. They've recorded 3 in a row here, guys.
Brent, we're seeing a number of superstars sign shorter contracts with early opt-outs. Why have we seen that trend?
Well, I think in some of those cases, the players are knowing that the opportunity for a larger cap in the successive years, they want the opportunity to maximize their earning potential. So seeing a Kevin Durant or a LeBron James sign a one-year deal or a 1+1, it gives them the opportunity to cash in a year later for the type of contract that they deserve, the maximum contract allowable.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Over in the corner, Williams. Pass to Harden. And the Suns miss again.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't figure out what's wrong, but he keeps trying to push through. I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Houston shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And the first one drops. So both teams changing it up here. Durant nails both of them. We love the sneakers these players wear. Now so many different styles. A lot of different signature shoes out there.
I'm not really a sneakerhead myself, Kevin. I didn't really fall down that rabbit hole. But I know some guys in the league, and we've seen photos of their closets at home filled with
hundreds.
Not hundreds. I've seen guys pushing thousands of pairs of shoes. Now that is dedication.
Worth a lot of money.
Oh, no doubt about it. And some of the guys, Kevin, don those specialty sneakers in big-time games. And the one guy that comes to mind for me is P.J. Tucker. Lots of play from P.J. Tucker about some of the things that he strapped on last year during the finals.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Now, Tristan Thompson with some force on that one.
Suns trail by 18. Pass to Harden. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Phoenix shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. The Rockets making a switch here. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
This just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
Back to Rozier. Pass to Harden. It's rebounded by Houston. Always going up for the alley-oop here. The shot by Thompson, no good.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
But they get it back. And he comes up with the deuce. Fareed's got 8 points.
Yeah, when you don't box out the manimal, he has a tendency to devour second chance opportunities.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Phoenix, they have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
And Kenneth Faried, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But, Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
Here's Rozier. No points in the game yet for him. And here's Harden for 3. Thompson with the rebound.
He was terrific shooting the ball in the first half, but he looks a little bit slower out there, possibly leg tired here in the second half.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Here's Napier. Tries again. Out to Shumpert. The three-pointer, no good. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Rozier looking around. That's short off the rim.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. They need to be more aggressive guarding the mid-range.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Greg, what are some of the positives that Tristan Thompson's play brings to the team?
Still a very efficient scorer on the shots that he does take. And he lives mostly inside the paint. And still a strong offensive rebounder. But his days of being a threat on the offensive end as the game has evolved seems to have kind of gone away.
To the middle. Here is Cunningham. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Napier. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Suns trail by 16. Now here's Rozier. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one drops. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. 7 seconds left in the third quarter. Oh, Fareed in position. And it's slammed in by Fareed.
And what a finish from Fareed, using his athleticism there to leap up as soon as he sees the ball lobbed in his direction.
And the Suns call time here.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
The three from Harden. And so it's the Houston Rockets with a sizable lead as the... And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Houston leading by 16. Doubled by Plumlee. Here's Fareed. No good that time. Now the Suns take it the other way. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
He is just self-willing his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive. And that'll make a pair of turnovers for him in just the last few minutes. So he's got to be a little bit more deliberate with the ball out there.
Here's Harden on the wing. And again, the turnover by the Rockets.
Yeah, this is where you have to sharpen up your passing. That's a careless turnover.
Suns trail by 14. Now Fox. Pass to Marjanovic. Fox with it. Inside. Here's Harden. And it's good off the back rim and in. Harden's got 43 points.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That's his first foul. Right wing. Lets the three fly. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Truer words never spoken. Breakdown on the perimeter, D, and the communication severely lacking there.
Clock at 6. The wide open look here for Fox. It's good from long range.
Well, Fox trying to work on that outside jump shot, become more consistent. Nice bucket there.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner.
Poor decision making there. No idea what he's going for with that kind of pass in that situation.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Well, there's an old cliche, Kevin, we've heard or said a million times about speed killing. Well, perhaps no player is more emblematic of that than De'Aaron Fox. End to end, he could be one of the fastest players in the league.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
Well, Fox is a blur in transition. Brent, his speed is a weapon.
Yeah, and he can use it if he has the ball or if he doesn't. Become a slasher and get into the teeth of the defense. Defensively, his lateral quickness and intensity also can make him a pest. It'll be nice to see if he takes some pride on that end of the floor growing up.
And the action on hold, as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
And this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looks.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Trying to cut into this lead. Bad time for a miscue.
Yeah, they may have some ants in the pants right here. You just have to take what the defense gives you.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball secure. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
And the Suns call time.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
Pass to Cephalosha. Taken away by Williams. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And one thing Williams has, a lot of natural strength. You can play him physical, but most of the time he's going to win that battle. And boy, Robert Williams, big athletic guy who just doesn't back down. Still polishing his game, polishing that skill set, but when he's focused, he's absolutely spectacular.
Durant drawing the double team. And stolen by Williams. For three. They grab their own miss. Durant with the steal. And there's the call on measure. That's foul number 2 for him. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. They led by as many as 18 points. Maybe the most amazing thing about Williams outside the alley-oops is this shot-blocking presence he gives you on the floor.
Yeah, he's one of the few guys that protect the rim from anywhere on the court. Tough inside, able to get out on shooters, and plays with an attitude. Menacing.
Down low. It's stolen by Green. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Unselfish play by KD there. Such a big part of what makes him a special player.
And here is Fox. Pass to Gallinari. Overhealed. Again, Phoenix.
Well, I have no idea how he made that, but hey, sometimes a little bit of luck helps.
To the middle. And Thompson throws it down.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
No, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Shooting for Phoenix.
No good on the second free throw. Rockets leading by 11. That's a 2 from Hield. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And the spacing right there for Buddy Hield allows him to get that shot off. You just can't give him that kind of space or he's going to hurt you.
Here's Fox. And Thompson sends it back. .143 left in the fourth quarter. Hield outside. Bobbed up there for Green.
That's good passing down low. He's good at working the ball deep into the post.
Suns trail by 15. Gallinari outside. And the Suns miss again. Rockets on offense.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Rockets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Tristan Thompson.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
The question mark for De'Aaron Fox coming into the league was his jump shot, Brent, and his lone season at Kentucky, 21% from the three-point line. That climbed over 30% as a pro.
Well, hopefully he just has progression as a shooter in the league, and that'll be a major impact on just how far De'Aaron Fox's career goes, and if maybe one time in the Western Conference he'll participate in the All-Star game.
He misses the free throw. The 6'11" Mason Plumlee out of Duke, Greg.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
And finally hitting their stride. This is the run they needed earlier.
Well, easier to do once the game is on ice, as your opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
The free throw drops for Durant.
Well, he's won an MVP. He's won a championship. He's won a gold medal. He's been the MVP in the finals. It's a pretty full resume for one Kevin Durant.
Good.
And that's just too easy, too big, too far inside. And that's as simple as it gets.
Well, this one is winding down now. Houston can watch the clock run out. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
8 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go